Hi, my name is Jamie Granzella, and this is my intro to public speaking commencement speech. For this assignment, we were asked to think of a person or a place that had an impact on our life. There are so many people and places that I've had impact my life, but my husband, Anthony, has had the greatest. We have been together since high school. We were married in 2000, and that was about 2 years after I graduated. Since then, we have had 3 children. Our oldest is 13, our middle is 10, and our youngest is 8. In 2007, Anthony decided he wanted to join the Montana Army National Guard to become a Bradley Systems maintainer. And at first, it was quite interesting. We drove to South Carolina to see him graduate basic training and boot camp, or boot camp, as it's called. And then when he came home from that, he was only gone 1 weekend a month and maybe 2 to 3 weeks during the summer. But in September of 2009, he came home with some news telling us that the following year he would have to deploy, and he would be going to Talil, Iraq, also known as Nasiriyah, to fight the war on terrorism. This was called Operation New Dawn, or Operation Iraqi Freedom. I have a few pictures here that were taken while he was over there. This one, he is sitting on a wall at the ziggurat, which is the moon temple. And this one is a full shot of the ziggurat, or the moon temple. Most families are not allowed to know when their spouse or son or daughter will be deploying. We were very fortunate to know so far ahead of time when he would have to leave. Although stress ran pretty high around our house, we had to make sure that every moment was made precious and special. Anthony did a few things for the kids. He made some videos where he read stories to them so that if they wanted Dad to read him a story, they could watch it. We took a trip back to Colorado, which is where we are both from. We went to parks and made sure that we documented lots of things with pictures. We had a big party with family and friends, and he also got to be the best man in his brother's wedding before he left. And this was just to tell him or show him what he had waiting for him when he got home. I will never forget the day he left, or the day he came home, or that first phone call after an attack. The base had been hit by a mortar attack, and it had damaged several areas, but the sound of his voice is what I remembered the most. It was nervous and shaken and exhilarated all at the same time. No one was injured, but I didn't feel any better knowing that no one had been injured. I kept it together while we were on the phone, but after that, I completely fell apart. I called my mom because I knew she could help calm me down. From that point on, though, I was a nervous wreck every time the phone rang. I was afraid that another attack had happened, and this time our military family would not be so lucky. But we were lucky that no one from my husband's unit had been injured on this deployment. My husband received a few injuries, but they were not because of attacks. It is great that we have the technology that we do now. I'm not sure how I would have done if I just had a pen and paper to write letters back and forth. We were able to talk to him several times throughout the week, and we were able to see him. We were able to video chat with him, which definitely was a awkward experience, but you get used to it. The kids didn't feel like they missed out on a lot of time with him because they could see him, they could talk to him. These are a couple of things that he was able to bring home with him. This first thing is a banner and a medal. It's probably backwards. Let's see if I can't change that around. There we go. This other one is a picture of a prayer rug that he got. That states the dates that while they were over there. While he was gone, I may have had to face my fears, but he had to face so many more fears being overseas. He had to be away from us, and he had that knowledge that it was possible he may not ever come home, or he may not come home in one piece. We are glad that we have soldiers out there that are fighting for us, but we're glad our soldier is home. We both learned through this experience that we are much stronger than we ever thought, and we were able to help each other through this rough time. And like I said, we are glad that he is home with us. But there are so many people out there that are not as fortunate. Thank you, and have a great day.